Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Tim Wild, and as you can probably tell, it is still rather dark out in my setting in my garden this morning, but the sun is rising behind me. It is Christmas Eve. We have stepped through the Solstice Gateway, and today, the 24th of December 2021, we have a astrological marvel occurring in the heavens, which is the last, those of you that will be aware of this will realise that it's a square between two major planets. Off the top, one of them is Uranus and I believe the other one is Jupiter, but if I'm incorrect, please place your correction in the comments, because all I know about it is that it's almost like it's an accumulation of the battle that we're seeing between 3D and 5D, freedom and control. And whilst we have all of this going on around us, while we've got this kind of stage or TV show that we're watching or play that we're participating in, the heavens are very much giving us the template for which we are guided to work with. So although we may feel a little bit like it's Downtune time, it's time to relax, it's time to chill out, all around us things are being taken care of, they're being handled. So this is a very different energy than the one that we've been working with for most of this year. I know many of you are feeling very much like you're on your own, that there's nobody around you that you can reach out to, that can help you with things that you're seeing and picking up with. And I can relate to that as well. We've had to work through our own stuff. Now, in many occasions, when we have got a lot to release, we've got a lot to look at, we've got shadows that have come up with the light that has been shining in, it requires our teams to step back and allow us to do the clearing on our own. There's, they can't do our ascension process for us. So we have been, in many cases, kind of been left high and dry in order to do what we need to do. But the platform has changed. This is the information that I've been given for most of this year. Once you step through the Solstice Gateway, you've released as much of the baggage as that you possibly can. The carpet on the other side, the golden carpet, the high road, all of the direction that we've been flowing in is very much more assisted. So we're going to be feeling the same feelings, we're going to be seeing the same scenarios, we're going to be experiencing the same levels of pressure, possibly from the 3D matrix as we detach. But it's all hands on deck now, and we've made a choice, we've stepped through the gateway. The chances are, if you're listening to this, you've made some very kind of pointed decisions about what you want to do with your life, the way that you wish it to flow, the way that you wish this world to be. And now it is in the hands of the seraphim, the ascended masters, the angels, the unicorns, the dragons, the higher galactics, and of course, most importantly, us. Okay, so we're working as a unit, we're working as a team. All of us are coming together. We are unifying in our consciousness, in our heart vibration, in the overall picture that we wish to see in the world around us, and the ball is really rolling. Now, you might have heard on many occasions that people are saying the battle is already, if you're referring to it as a battle, it's the wrong aspect of viewing what we are experiencing globally from. It's a global awakening. There's no fight, there's no battle. There may be on the side of 3D, they might be right, okay, we're at a spiritual war, this is what we're doing, but that's not where we are. We are simply flowing with the Ascension river into a new higher state of consciousness. So there's no fight. You can't fight a current, you can't fight the sea, you can't fight waves of energy. All you can do is flow with them. If you don't flow with them, then you get battered. And that's one of the trickiest things that many of us learn during this period of time, is to let go, let flow, let God, and just roll with everything that is coming along. So there's not that many days left of our incredible year 2021, and I can absolutely, honestly, hand on heart, as we're coming through to the last final part of December, say that never have I been more intrigued by a year on the spiritual pathway, and never have I been more challenged too. It's things have come up in my world which have really called me into alignment, to walk my talk, to experience what I speak about, to be able to teach from a pool of information that I have actually experienced myself. So I don't roll out here on a Monday and a Friday just kind of rolling out whatever the first thing that comes into my head. It's always from personal experience and the things that I can see other people going through at the same time, and you will be finding the same things. All of the challenges that you are going through, all of the things that you are being tested upon, the things that repeat themselves, the stuff that comes up again and again, the relationships, the circumstances, the situations you find yourself in. If something is repeating like that, it's because the lesson hasn't been learned, and you need to go through it at a different angle, from a different perspective. And eventually, once you've passed through that experience, regardless of the levels of comfort or discomfort, you will have a compendium of information which you are then able to teach other people. So we're all teachers, okay? You've probably heard me saying this many times before. We are all here on this planet helping with this ascension process in whatever way, and we've all got something to teach. We're all leaders, we're all masters, we're all being called to step up, regardless of how we view ourselves at the time. There's many occasions that I've heard people speaking about how they just don't feel qualified to do this job. How I haven't, the typical one is, I don't have a piece of paper that somebody else has given me telling the world that I am qualified to do that. You don't need these pieces of paper. You don't need somebody else's verification that you are qualified to do your job. You simply need to go where your soul is guiding you, learn what you are being shown, take in all of this beautiful information. If it resonates with you, leave the stuff that doesn't resonate with you. And as these codes, as these activations, as these guidances come through you, you will rapidly realize that whatever it is that whatever it is that lights your heart up the most is most likely what you are a qualified master in the higher realms. And you have just bought that. You have brought that to earth. You have brought your pool of cosmic wisdom, all of the things that you've learned over many, many lifetimes in other dimensions, other spaces, other times, lifetimes on earth. And it's all for this moment. It's all for this moment. Again and again highlighted to me is the importance of our planetary process. Earth, that little green and blue ball of rock in the middle of space, surrounded by all of these other cosmic bodies. And whatever happens here, whatever is happening here at this moment in time, is having such a profound effect on the rest of the cosmos that when we step up, when we step through this Ascension Gateway, when the entire planet Gaia rises in frequency, so does everything else. This is an incredible and very momentous period of time that we are living in. And you've heard me say it before, you've probably heard many other people say it before, how you know, it's a great aspect of gratitude to take, is just being thankful for having had the opportunity to be here at this time to experience this, because you won't have experienced something like this anywhere else. You won't go through a process like this on any other planet, in any other space, or any other time. What we are doing is completely unique to our particular school of learning, and it's a one-off. It's never been tried before. This is the interesting part about it. I'm loving, as I'm speaking this morning, the fact that the daylight is beginning to occur. I've had to come out a little bit earlier this morning because it's Christmas Eve. I've got a lot of family stuff to do, and I'm on a bit of a schedule this morning. So start early, get my recording and my message to you lovely people out, and then fly into my day and try and get everything done. So I hope you're all right. We've stepped through that gateway now. The seraphim cheered as we did so. All of the higher realms were there waiting for those of us that have chosen this higher path, this ascension pathway, to move through this, to move through the gateway. And the gateway's still open. It's the 21st to the 24th. Then basically over the next 2 days we're receiving that incredible download of Christ's light that always comes in on Christmas Day. And it's almost like it gets a little bit eclipsed sometimes by all of the intensity of the family happenings, everything else that's going on in the world, the news, which is continuously trying to draw our energy away from the beauty and the peace and the actual what this date is actually truly about. And so this is the coming of the light. I mean, I'm one of these people that, as from the solstice, or the solstice, the winter solstice in the north onwards, I'm counting every single minute of daylight. I absolutely love that experience of beginning to see things beginning to come back to life again. Although the winter it has felt particularly short this year. And you might be listening to this from Finland or Sweden, somewhere where it's bitterly freezing cold and still dark. But particularly in the UK, Imbolc is one of my favourite. Is one of my favourites. So that will be the next one on the 1st of February, the Celtic spring, and by then we can really see and feel the longer days and all of the buds starting to form on the trees all around us. So between now and the 31st of December, the message from the Intergalactic Council, from the Seraphim, from the higher realms, and particularly to me, so therefore if it's to me, it's to everybody, is to take the time to relax and enjoy yourselves, because we deserve it, we've earned it. Spend time with friends, spend time with family, spend time with like-minded people, or if you want to, just retreat, withdraw, and spend it on your own, because whatever you feel that you need to do, honour it. And next year, sorry, I'm clearing my throat constantly this morning. Next year, as we move into 2022, we are going to be promised a year of change. Regardless of how it presents itself, regardless of how it's coming through, we are going to be participating in a complete revising of the way that everybody lives, the vibration and the application of all of the ways of life around us are going to change. Okay, now some of these changes might not necessarily be particularly comfortable. They might look on paper like they are going to be maybe disastrous, but that's not the way that it is planned to be. And very clearly in my workshop with David on the 21st, the Solstice Gateway workshop that I ran with David Essery, which was so powerful, the picture that we were shown very clearly showed that although it might sound a little bit divisive to start off with, we have chosen to move into a fifth dimensional frequency. That is a very set and solid vibrational space now, that all of the framework is in place. All it is requiring is us in a state of the purest state that we have to offer to step into that. Now, these areas, these zones, these vibrational spaces, they're starting to take their own form, meaning the unified, the kind of the tangle, the muddiment of 3D and 5D kind of all thrown in together, that kind of like that mad spaghetti kind of energy that we were all experiencing, that is beginning to separate. And we're really going to see evidence of the timeline that we have chosen to function at over the next year, 2022. I'll be talking more about it. So there'll be another update, there'll be another meditation Monday, and there'll be another Friday update before we move through the new year. And over the next week or so, I'm going to be kind of like definitely down chilling out a bit, and just waiting to see the picture as it is being shown to me, the one that's been painted, the one that is coming through the clearest. But at the moment, I'm fairly sure that by the power of our intention, manifestation, and the laws of attraction alone, we are going to be seeing the results of everything that we're tuning into very, very clearly. So again, this has been the message over and over and over again. Keep your light high, your frequency clear, and your manifestation sharp. Tune into what raises your vibration, okay? Raise your vibration, keep that vibration high. Don't let anyone or anything take that away from you, okay? That is yours. Honor it, keep it. Enshrine it with gold. Make that your absolute, that's your golden fortress. That is your pillar of light that you are maintaining and existing, and only you are responsible for that. Okay, there might be others around you that try and knock that, try and take it away, or kind of, you know, like wobble it. But all of the discipline that we're being taught, all of the situations that we are going through, are to shape us so that we maintain that light regardless of the challenges and the circumstances. And so during 2022, we are going to see the evidence of all of us collectively participating in this global awakening, and all of the reforming of the societal structures to honour that, to rise to that vibration. That's how we're doing it. We're not participating in a back to caves and eating berries scenario. What we're doing is we're reforming everything that is good at a higher frequency, and that shapes, we're the manifestors. Everything around us shapes to our vibrations, to our expectations, to our point of focus, and we're all collectively asked to focus on the highest thing, the most beautiful outcome to every single situation that we possibly can. And I know that's, considering the opposition and all of the distractions, that sometimes is very tough, but that's what we're here for. We're well trained for it. So from my heart to yours, wishing you all the most beautiful Christmas, Yule, holiday season, however you are celebrating it. And I will of course be back on Monday. I'll be back on Monday with a Meditation Monday. And I just wanted quickly the update on the event that Paul de Brio Carey and I were running together. It was supposed to be on the 11th of November, but due to Paul being taken ill at the time, it has been reorganised so that we're running this on the 11th of January now. The information is up on my website, www.timwild.com. It's all up, also up on Paul de Brio Carey's polarisab.com, the Cosmic Messenger, his website too. Now, for those of you that have already bought a ticket and were wondering how this is going to work, you will all be sent a revised link. Okay, so there's no need to kind of worry about that. For those of you that have already signed up for that event and thought you were going to be attending it on the 11th of November, you'll just simply be sent a revised link to attend. And for those of you that are feeling guided to join us, it is going to be powerful. We're going to be looking at the law of one and how the law of one functions within our new golden age, the one that we're forming at the moment. So I'm going to go about my day now. I'm going to go and do the things that I need to do, and then I'm going to be taking some time to just really integrate everything that's coming in, and also set focus, set intention, set the highest timeline for the coming year. Loads of love to you all. See you all soon. Hope you have a beautiful time. Bye.